At first glance, Spiegel's glass eye is simply a visual detail, a scar from a violent past, an aesthetic choice that makes him look dangerous and mysterious. But Cowboy Bebop does not traffic in simple visual details. Every element of Spike's design serves a deeper function, and his artificial eye is perhaps the most profound metaphor the series offers. It is not just a physical replacement. It is a permanent psychological division, a manifestation of dissociation made literal. Spike himself tells us what his eyes do. One sees the past, one sees the present, and they never focus on the same thing. This is not poetry. This is clinical description of a man living in two temporal states simultaneously, unable to fully inhabit either. His glass eye does not blink. It does not close. It does not rest. It remains open always, recording, remembering, replaying what he cannot escape. Meanwhile, his organic eye processes the present moment, attempting to navigate a world he is only half present in. Spike exists in constant perceptual conflict. This division is depression made visible. Depression is not simply sadness. It is disconnection. It is the sensation of watching your life happen through glass, participating without truly experiencing. You perform the actions of living while feeling fundamentally absent. Spike embodies this state physically. His glass eye keeps him tethered to memory, to loss, to whatever moment shattered his ability to be fully present. His biological eye forces him to witness a present he cannot fully engage with. He is trapped between two modes of perception, neither offering peace. This creates a psychological feedback loop. The more his artificial eye shows him what he lost, the less he can invest in what remains. The less he invests in the present, the more his mind retreats into memory. Spike becomes his own prison guard, locked in a cycle he cannot break because the mechanism of the trap is built into his body. What makes this metaphor devastating is its permanence. Spike did not choose this eye. It was installed after injury, after violence, after something ended. He woke up with enhanced vision and permanent psychological imprisonment. The technology that saved his sight destroyed his ability to forget. This mirrors how trauma rewires perception. After certain experiences, the brain cannot simply return to its previous state. It develops new patterns, new associations, new ways of processing reality. These changes are not choices. They are adaptations that feel like curses. Spike lives with a constant reminder surgically attached to his nervous system. He cannot remove it. He cannot ignore it. He can only endure it. Every moment he looks forward, half of his vision pulls him backward. This is why Spike moves through life with such detachment. He cannot afford full emotional investment because his perception will not allow it. His glass eye will not let him forget. His real eye will not let him hide. So he exists in the narrow space between, performing normalcy while internally fractured. Consider how Spike fights. He moves fluidly, instinctively, without hesitation. This appears confidence, but it is actually survival mechanism. If he stops moving, if he allows stillness, his divided perception becomes unbearable. Motion distracts from internal conflict. Combat forces presence. Violence becomes meditation, the only state where both eyes must focus on the same thing, survival. This is why Spike seems most alive when in danger. Not because he craves violence, but because violence demands unified attention. For brief moments, his perception aligns. Past and present collapse into singular focus. Now, then the fight ends. The division returns. He lights a cigarette and retreats into detachment once more. Spike's relationships reflect this split vision. He interacts with others while emotionally absent, present in body but haunted in mind. People speak to him and he responds appropriately, yet something in his gaze suggests he is seeing through them, past them, beyond them. He is listening to a conversation no one else can hear. This creates profound loneliness. Spike cannot explain his internal state because it is not rational. It is neurological. His brain processes reality through two competing lenses, and language cannot bridge that gap. How does one explain seeing yesterday and today simultaneously? How does one convey living in memory while walking through the present? The people around Spike sense this distance but cannot reach across it. They offer connection. He accepts it only partially, not from cruelty but from inability. His perception will not allow full presence. The glass eye will not release its grip. Spike's depression is not chemical. It is existential. He is not sad. He is divided. He does not lack joy. He lacks integration. His psyche has been fractured by experience and reinforced by physiology. The artificial eye that should have restored function instead perpetuates dysfunction. This reflects a harsh truth about trauma. Sometimes the things that save us also trap us. The coping mechanisms that preserve survival prevent healing. Spike needed the artificial eye to see, but that eye now shows him too much, records too much, remembers too much. It saved his vision and destroyed his peace. He cannot remove it without losing sight. He cannot keep it without losing presence. There is no solution, only endurance. The series never offers Spike healing. It offers only acknowledgement. He does not overcome his divided perception. He learns to name it, to understand it, to accept it as permanent condition rather than temporary state. This is not hopeful in conventional terms, but it is honest. Some wounds do not close. Some divisions do not mend. Some people live their entire lives split between what was and what is, never fully inhabiting either. Spike's glass eye asks whether that is tragedy or simply reality. What makes this metaphor brilliant is its subtlety. Cowboy Bebop does not announce Spike's depression. It does not give him confessional monologues or therapy sessions. It embeds his psychological state into his physical design and lets viewers intuit the connection. The glass eye is visible in every frame he appears, a constant reminder of internal conflict. Yet the series never explicitly states, this represents his inability to move forward. It trusts the audience to understand, and in that trust lies respect. Spike's struggle is not spectacle. It is quiet, private, embedded in his gaze. He is not broken in obvious ways. He functions, he works, he survives. But survival is not the same as living. Functioning is not the same as thriving. Spike endures while feeling internally absent, and his glass eye shows us why. It holds his past with perfect clarity. It refuses to let go. It keeps him perpetually divided between what he remembers and what he experiences. This is depression crystallized, not as illness to be cured, but as permanent alteration to be navigated. Spike will always see two worlds. He will always live between them. His growth is not in choosing one over the other. His growth is in accepting that division as fundamental to who he has become. In the end, Spike Spiegel teaches us something difficult. Not everyone heals. Not every wound closes. Not every fractured perception aligns. Some people carry permanent divisions, permanent reminders, permanent conflicts between past and present, and those people still deserve to exist, still deserve connection, still deserve acknowledgement. Spike's glass eye is not a flaw to fix. It is a reality to witness, and in witnessing it, we see ourselves, the parts of us that cannot forget, the parts that cannot fully engage, the parts that exist between what was and what is, never quite belonging to either. Spike Spiegel's depression is not a plot point. It is his existence, written into his body, visible in his gaze, and carried through every moment of a life he participates in but never fully inhabits.